Hello and welcome to a special program on National Financial Literacy Quiz 2026, or in short NFLQ 2026, a joint initiative of SEBI and NISM. Now SEBI, as you all know, stands for Investor Protection. That's their motto. That's why SEBI was set up, to protect investors from gullible investors, from a lot of frauds which takes place in the market. And one of the initiatives that NISM, which was set up by SEBI, was to educate students, especially those who are interested in the markets, and offer a postgraduate course in finance. And so they are also now organizing a quiz, which is an all India quiz. We had the Western Regional Round, which was held at the KC College in Mumbai. There would be regional rounds in 6 different regions, all culminating in the national final, which will be held at the NISM headquarters at Patal Ganga in Navi Mumbai. So lots to look forward to in this program as we speak to many stakeholders from both SEBI and NISM, the various initiatives that they are doing to protect consumers, to protect investors, and the various steps being taken, and quite a bit about the quiz also. We all spoke to a lot of students also of their experience in participating in this quiz. So sit back and enjoy what promises to be a very educative program. Well, it's a pleasure to be joined by Mr. Shashi Krishnan, who is the director of NISM, and NISM in a big way is educating the youth about the securities market. Sir, tell us about the various activities of NISM.
So NISM is basically a not-for-profit trust that has been set up by the Securities and Exchange Board of India for capacity building in the financial sector. And as part of our purpose, that is capacity building, we do a couple of activities. One of the big activities that we do is academics. So we actually offer a postgraduate diploma in management related to the securities market. We also offer a 1-year LLM course in securities law and investment regulations. So those are our on-campus courses. We have a couple of other on-campus courses, and we offer a whole set of distance learning courses also, which are basically digitally delivered. So that's one part of what we do. Today we have over 600 students on our campus. The second big thing that NISM does is certification. So anybody who wants to operate in the securities market today requires an NISM certification. So whether you are a mutual fund distributor or a PMS distributor or a portfolio manager or an alternate investment fund manager, we have close to 30 certifications, which are basically, you need to do, it's a self-study. We build out all the content. The content is available to all those who want to qualify for those examinations for free, and then they can come to our test centers and give that examination. And if you pass that examination, then you qualify to apply to SEBI to operate in the securities market. That's the second big thing that we do. The third big thing that we do is we do a whole lot of e-learning programs and skill development programs. So today we have 36 skill development programs and close to 60, if you add up our e-learning programs, we have close to 60 skill development in e-learning programs. And these programs are available to anywhere at any place that they want to do. And the last thing that we do is investor education. And investor education is a very, very important part of what we do. And as part of our investor education, we not only do physical, sessions for people at different places, we also do a whole set of other initiatives like our masterclass initiative, our webinars that we do. And the NFLQ is one of those, investor education initiatives that we do. because we need to spread financial literacy.
Very well put, Shashiji. You said about the post-graduation course which you offer, and of course, because for a lot of people, there's this misconception that the securities market is not at all organized. But with institute like yours coming to the fore, you talked about investor education, and then this quiz. Let's talk a little about that. How did this quiz come into being, and your collaboration with SEBI to conduct it at a national level?
So, let me take a step back. So, I think there are 4 stages to the entire process. The first being financial education, followed by financial literacy, followed by financial inclusion. And only then can you get financial well-being. So, financial education has to be the first step of what we do. And to do financial education, we need to make people aware of the fact that, as part of their life skills, they have to understand finance. See, today if you look at India, a large part of Indians invest into physical assets. And they now need to think about moving the money that they've invested into physical assets into financial assets, because that's the only way they can create wealth. Consequent to that is financial literacy, because after you have been educated, you should know how to apply that, right? That's very important. So you should be literate enough to, see how do I put what I have learned to practice. And financial inclusion has happened in a very big way in India because our systems have improved. Like, for example, we've got, literally the banking system has made banking available to literally everybody. Similarly, because of the digital outreach, today anybody can own a mutual fund or equity or whatever. So access has become very simple. But I think the important parts are financial education and financial literacy. And that is why one of the reasons why we said that if we need to reach out to, the citizens of India, and we have 150 crore, the best way to reach out to them is through people who are, in the, undergraduate and graduate system. So that, they get a better idea, and when they go out to work, they are well sort of equipped to manage their own finances. But more importantly, they can spread this message. And that was the whole reason why we said that we should do an event like this. And believe me, we touched something like 400,000 people in this financial literacy quiz, through almost 3,000-4,000 colleges across the country. And the way this is organized is we do it across all the regions, and we try and get the youth of India to get involved in understanding finance.
Well, I'm joined by Mr. Vikas SS, General Manager SEBI, and we'll like to get to know from him the various activities that SEBI has undertaken especially for investor education. Welcome. Tell us, especially this quiz. This is a huge platform, especially with students from all over India taking part. Tell us, how did this idea come about?
As you would already be aware, SEBI has a major focus on the area of investor protection. It's a part of the SEBI Act itself. And as a part of this important objective of SEBI, conducting various investor education programs is very high on the agenda of SEBI. And since the last many years, SEBI has been conducting various investor awareness programs and activities across the country in various forms. And we have been reaching out to various different cohorts of people also. It could be students, it could be different self-help groups, and various types of investor categories have been reached out to. So this cohort, as you can see today, is for the students. So how best to reach to students than coming with the quiz, which is also intellectually stimulating. It is also very engaging. It prompts students to study further and generally become more curious about learning about the markets. And as a part of this process, they would also become financially more aware, and definitely by being financially literate, they could also spread the good word about awareness to their family members also. So you can see that this activity is one part of a whole universe of various measures that SEBI takes for investor protection. And through this initiative, like there are so many students who are being touched through this initiative across the country. As the director, sir, of NISM has narrated in detail, there are so many regional rounds where the same quiz, obviously with different questions in different rounds, the quiz will be held and in various educational institutions, filtered to the next level, then to the regional rounds, and then to the national round. And then you can imagine the multiplier effect. So this quiz this is the fourth edition of the quiz actually, that fourth year in which it has been happening, and I believe this is something that various students also would be finding it as very interesting and engaging. I think you could also talk to the students and get their feedback.
We'll do that because in the meanwhile, you spoke a couple of terms, which is really of utmost importance for investors. Financial literacy, financial awareness. Because for long, people were under the impression that the Indian market is very unorganized. So with SEBI and NISM coming into it's doing you all are doing a lot of things to educate the general public. See, people all want to invest, but there's a lack of awareness, there's a lack of financial literacy.
Indeed, back in the day when we would have been in schools or colleges, we didn't know much actually. And even after we started working, the major challenge was you know something, but you are still not so familiar with it that it gives you courage to start your journey, right? So this was something that a lot of us have grappled with. But now if you see, the younger generation is being able to have access to so much of educational material on SEBI's investor education portal, which is investor.sebi.gov.in. A lot of material is available, not just in textual form, but you can also find various videos, explainer videos, not just by SEBI, but also by various market infrastructure institutions. You can access investor education material from all these institutions also. You can also know a little more about NISM programs if someone wants to take up further learning. And there is also a free investor awareness test of NISM. The budding investors or students, they can also take those exams and try to see where they stand with regard to financial literacy. Not just the education portal, there is also a beautiful app called the Sarathy app, SEBI Sarathy app. That can be downloaded from the App Store as well as the Google Play Store. And in that app, you can find similar material as the Investor Awareness website, but it is more easily available in your pocket. So one is watching different entertainment reels, but in between, any interested, curious person can also keep looking at educational content on this app also. So that it is a phone can be used not just as a tool for entertainment, but also as a wonderful tool for education. And the beauty is the Sarathy app also has many financial calculators. Like you can put different interest rates, your different years to retirement, and you can see how much I need to save every month. Then you can plug these figures and try to calculate where you stand. So a lot of these facilities are available, absolutely free. It's for public good that it is available. So whoever is watching this little clip, I would urge them to visit the investor education portal of SEBI. And SEBI has very active handles called SEBI_awareness on X. The same handle is also available on Instagram also. There is good content being put out on SEBI_awareness. You will also see the details of various activities that SEBI has been doing across the country. So I would urge viewers, I'm sure a lot of people are socially very active now. So I would urge you all to follow SEBI's handles on social media.
माझा बरोबर आहे राहुल केलापुरे, जे आहे असिस्टंट जनरल मॅनेजर सेबी. यांच्याकडून जरा माहिती घेऊया मार्केट्सबद्दल अँड मेनली फायनान्शियल लिटरसी, फायनान्शियल एज्युकेटिंग इन्व्हेस्टर्स. सेबीचे रोल जरा सांगा ॲज फार ॲज एज्युकेटिंग इन्व्हेस्टर्स आर कन्सर्न.
आता मुख्यतः सेबीचे 3 रोल आहेत. एक तर डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ सिक्युरिटीज मार्केट, रेग्युलेशन ऑफ मार्केट आणि इन्व्हेस्टर प्रोटेक्शन. आता बघा, इन्व्हेस्टर प्रोटेक्शन हा खूप महत्त्वाचा भाग आहे. जे गुंतवणूकदारांची जर आपण सुरक्षा करू शकलो नाही तर कोणी मार्केटमध्ये आपल्याकडे येणार नाही. त्याच्यामुळे हा खूप महत्त्वाचा विषय आहे. ह्याच्यात आपले 2 भाग आहेत. एक तर इन्व्हेस्टर जो आहे त्याला शिक्षित करणं, त्याला ताकद देणं की ज्याच्यामध्ये तो जो त्याच्या जे गुंतवणुकीचे जे निर्णय आहे ते सुज्ञपणे घेऊ शकेल. तो एक भाग झाला. आणि दुसरा, आपण जे त्याचं समजा काही त्याच्याबद्दल काही वाईट झालं, मार्केटमध्ये काही गडबड झाली, तर त्यांनी कुठे कंप्लेंट करायची, कुठे त्यांनी तक्रार नोंदवायची, त्यासाठी सुद्धा आपल्याकडे प्रोव्हिजन आहे. त्याला आपण म्हणतो स्कोर्स म्हणून आमचा प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे. तर ह्या 2 मुख्यतः मार्गांनी आपण इन्व्हेस्टर प्रोटेक्शन जे आहे हे चा उद्देश जो आहे तो साध्य करत असतो.
आणि समजा जे नवीन जे इन्व्हेस्टर्स असेल आणि तुमचे बरेच पोर्टल्स असेल जिथे जाऊन ते लोक आपले म्हणजे स्वतःला एज्युकेट करून घेऊ शकतो.
हो हो. तर त्याच्यासाठी ना सेबीनी एक इन्व्हेस्टर अवेअरनेससाठी एक investor.sebi.gov.in ह्या नावाची आपली एक वेबसाईट आहे. ती स्पेशली इन्व्हेस्टरच्या म्हणजे माहितीसाठीच बनवलेली आहे. पहिला हा भाग. पण आजकालच्या काळामध्ये काय आहे की आपण प्रत्येक गोष्टीची ॲप आपल्याकडे पाहिजे असते. तर त्यासाठी एक सारथी, SAARTHI, सारथी, सेबी सारथी अशा नावाची एक आपली ॲप आहे सेबीची, जी फक्त गुंतवणूकदारांच्या म्हणजे माहितीसाठीच आपण बनवलेली आहे. ती अँड्रॉइड आणि तुमच्या iOS या दोन्हीही प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती उपलब्ध आहे.
आणि आणखीन काय नवीन इनिशिएटिव्ह सेबीचं जे तुम्ही आमच्या प्रेक्षकांना सांग.
इनिशिएटिव्ज बरेचसे आहेत ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण सगळ्या लोकांना वेगवेगळ्या मार्गाने पोहोचवण्याच्या दृष्टीने, जसं शहरी लोकांना, स्टुडंट्सला, वेगवेगळे जे क्षेत्र आहेत त्यांच्या प्रत्येकांच्या गरजा वेगळ्या आहेत. किंवा जे एम्प्लॉईज असतील, कॉर्पोरेट असतील, गव्हर्नमेंट असतील किंवा स्टुडंट असतील आणि इवन गावातल्या लोकांनासुद्धा त्यांच्या प्रत्येकाच्या गरजा वेगळ्या आहेत. त्यांच्या गरजांनुसार आम्ही त्यांना काय पाहिजे आणि त्यांच्या काय उपयोगाचं आहे त्यासाठी कसं करता येईल त्या दृष्टिकोनातून आपण कस्टमाइज इन्व्हेस्टर अवेअरनेस प्रोग्राम करतो आहे. हे ऑन ग्राउंड पण इव्हेंट्स इनफॅक्ट म्हणजे प्रोग्राम्स करताना इव्हेंट्ससुद्धा करतो आहे जिथे आपण मोठ्या प्रमाणात लोकांची ये जा असते. अशा ठिकाणी सेबी सहभाग घेते आणि त्याच्यानुसारसुद्धा सेबी जे आहे लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचण्याचा प्रयत्न करते. आणि ऑनलाईन माध्यमातून सुद्धा, सोशल मीडियाच्या आणि इतर सुद्धा माध्यमातून आपण पोहोचण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. इवन मास मीडियाच्या वेगवेगळ्या TV चॅनल्सच्या माध्यमातून सुद्धा आपण लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो आहे.
धन्यवाद राहुल. थँक्यू सो मच फॉर युअर थॉट्स.
धन्यवाद.
Well, I'm joined by Mr. Satish Babu, Deputy General Manager, SEBI. Let's know from him about his role in SEBI and the various initiatives that he has taken, especially with relation to this national level financial quiz. Satish, share with us about your role in SEBI.
I'm Deputy General Manager working in Investor Awareness. My main role is physical awareness programs and I'm part of SEBI board cell also. So today, there's NFLQ is, this is the first investment of the students that what we do SIP, systematic investment plan. They have started their journey today with a financial, literacy. So this they continue and they will reap the benefits if they continue SIP type of education. And you will see the returns, it is a cumulative return. They all will reap benefits in a period of 5 to 10 years. They all will be the future leaders of the country. You don't know, one of them may become a finance minister of India because this is the seed that they started today by participating in the quiz. This is not only in Bombay, it is spread across the country. As Director said, it is spread in 6 zones and final will be held in NISM campus Patal Ganga. One must see the Patal Ganga campus, which is the one of its kind.
Well, SEBI, as far as NISM is concerned, it's of course SEBI is the parent body. Could you also share that how did this organization or that institute come to being? Was it basically set up so that students who are interested in the market get a postgraduate diploma, or was it had a broader thing of educating investors?
It is not only educating investors, it is a capacity building in securities market. See how it is, like when Harshad Mehta scam came into force, that time there was no regulatory body to control it. So government thought one separate education, separate regulatory setup is required. That is why SEBI was formed. Now, for financial education in India, there is no such initiative, there is no such a specialized body to create awareness about securities market, a financial market. So SEBI has set up, it is a SEBI initiative to build capacity building initiative. That's why NISM came into the force. So we have residential programs, we have certification programs, which all our intermediaries, whoever is working there, have to take some certification. So which is mandated. So the SEBI, the NISM certification is must for many intermediaries to work with also.
A very good point that you made about, because for a layman, for a common person, SEBI is what gives us a sort of sense of security, because, markets are very uncertain, and many a times, people get taken for a ride. So SEBI is what, a common person can approach to redress their grievances.
Yes, sir, exactly. This is what SEBI was set up to protect the interest of the investor, to regulate the capital market, and to see the development of capital market. That is why SEBI was established. This is the main role of SEBI.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of new initiatives also that SEBI is coming up with regard to investor protection.
Yes, it is a dynamic field. So whatever regulations we are making, we consult with stakeholders. Whatever regulations we are forming, whether there is any amendment, we issue consultation paper, that we seek comments from stakeholders, comments from common man, comments from investor. Then we brainstorm it, we discuss in the board, then we make regulations, we make amendments to the regulations wherever is required. If you see today's newspaper, there is a news item about transmission of securities. Ease of doing business is our motto.
So NSDL, that we heard about some time back, launched an internet-based system in September 2001 that even now, enables DMAT account holders to submit delivery instructions directly online without paper-based instruction slips. What is this system called? Team B, you have an answer.
Is it NEAT?
Is it NEAT? It's a nice word, very similar to what I think I want, but not the right answer. Team B, you have a better one? No answer to Team B. Team C passes on. Pakka? Don't know the answer. Okay. Team D. They're passing. Team E, do you have a better answer?
EDIS.
EDIS. Okay, it's not EDIS. Team F, do you have an answer? No answer. Alright, so if there are no paper-based instruction slips, it means instructions are passed on very fast. Correct? So the answer is speedy. Okay? So it moves in a speedy manner electronically. Okay? It's of course a play on the word speedy.
At NFLQ 2026, the Financial Literary National Quiz, we also spoke to a variety of students about their reactions about participating in the quiz. And this is what many of them had to say about their experience.
So hello, good evening everyone. Myself Parth Oza and I'm from MIT WPO, Kothur branch Pune. And it was a wonderful experience to be at NFLQ competition. Got to learn many new things. Got a new experience of playing quiz rounds. And even got an amazing experience to learn about the securities market. Learn many things from the SEBI and the many chief guests over here. They provided a very good feedback to all of us. So it was a good experience overall.
Good evening everyone. Myself Aryan Chodia. I am from MIT WPU. Pune, from the BBA department. I had the privilege to come at the NISM NFLQ 2026 regional round, and it was a great experience overall. Firstly, I want to thank NISM and SEBI for organizing such competitions which enhance the financial literacy among young professionals, and overall it was a very good experience. Learned a lot of new terms and got to network a lot with other like-minded individuals and other students. So all in all, it was a very supreme experience for me.
Hello, my name is Hita Joshi and I represent Atmiya University from Rajkot. Being here at NFLQ has been a very fulfilling experience. I got to learn a lot about various financial terms, and it was overall a very fulfilling experience giving the quiz and also qualifying for the nationals.
I'm myself Keshav Gupta from BP College of Business Administration, Kari Sarva Vishwavidyalaya from Gujarat Gandhinagar, and today I am here for West Zone quiz competition of NFLQ, and I'm great thankful for my sir and NISM for giving me this opportunity.
I am Dr. Ashish Bua from Kadi Sarva Vishwavidyalaya, BP College of Business Administration, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Today our two students shortlisted from college round and they have participated at regional round of Western Zone. We are thankful to NISM as well as SEBI. This NFLQ quiz is really helpful to them. We as a college, our majority, most of the students have participated in college round, and it has added so many learnings with respect to the financial management and stock market. So once again, it is organized very well over here.
Hello, myself Neeraj Wangani, Training and Placement Officer at Atmiya University Rajkot. Our university is participating in this NFLQ event for the first time. And in the first time out of 313 colleges, we got shortlisted in top 50. And after clearing the second round, we were in top 24. And now, finally, we are qualified for the nationals by coming in top 8 colleges. So I am very proud of my students. We are qualified from UG. Tomorrow is a PG round. So I am hoping for the best. And I am so thankful to NISM, SEBI for giving this opportunity, along with Atmiya University for giving the platform to our UG students. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.
Hope you enjoyed that program on the national level quiz NFLQ 2026 on investor education, on financial markets, and the students who participated, they all had a good time. We hope you enjoyed this program. Doordarshan will continue to bring you many such informative and educational programs in the days and months to come. Thank you very much for watching.
सह्याद्री वाहिनी, प्रत्येक घरासाठी, घरातल्या प्रत्येकासाठी.